Bluegrass music grew out of the Appalachian traditional string music. It's actually born of many styles of music, you know, old fiddle tunes and blues and jazz, and a lot of things worked its way in together. Bill Monroe, who's known as the father of bluegrass music, took a lot of these styles and influences and he put them together and started a string band, the same way several other people throughout the Appalachian region were doing. Started off small, made its way worldwide, and bluegrass was born. Out of the ideas of the IBMA and what came from that was the idea of establishing a Hall of Fame, which is where we stand. And through that came the idea of a museum. And we became the permanent base here in downtown Owensboro for that Hall of Fame and that museum. Much like any other organization, we had humble beginnings, started out small, and we began to grow and grow. Each year we induct more members into the Hall of Fame, and we gain more artifacts, more people come to know about us. And for a lot of people it really is a pilgrimage, you know. Owensboro is not directly connected to an interstate. You have to know that you want to come here. You have to figure out how to get here. I like being able to see and talk to everybody who comes in, kind of hear their story, what brought them here, where they're going. And I think it's wonderful to just be able to interact with every person who comes through the door. We are an interactive, very active museum. We have instruments just laying around. You can walk in anytime you want, pick up and play. But we do host jam sessions here at the museum. We host benefit concerts. We have film festivals. There's all sorts of wonderful things that we're able to tie into what we're doing and kind of help get our word out. Well, Bill Monroe was born in Rosine, Kentucky. Came from a very musical family, a lot of musical influences in his family. Picked up the mandolin at a very early age, and like I said, found influences from his family in the traditional Scotch-Irish music, the gospel hymns that they used to play, the square dance music, but also found influence in blues and jazz, and taking all of these rhythms, all of these influences, and all of these things that he learned. And he put them together in a style that he made its own. Much like many young people, he wanted to take the music of his parents and the older generation and make it something new and create something with it. And he was fortunate enough to put himself together with the right people at the right place at the right time and grow this music that has become a full phenomenon. Traditionally, the main instruments that you will see in a bluegrass band, you have the mandolin, the banjo, the fiddle, the guitar, and the stand-up bass. And these were the instruments that Bill Monroe kind of set the standard, and those are the instruments that you will see in a bluegrass band today. In the early days, it was a lot easier to kind of look at a group and say, you know, they look like a bluegrass band. Bill Monroe had a definite style and design that he wanted his artists to look like, his musicians along with him. But today, it's grown and spread all over the world. It's loved by many, many generations, many different styles of people. So you still have the traditional artists that are keeping those traditions and that same original style and wanting to pattern so much of what they do after the influence of the Bluegrass Boys. But you have a whole new generation who wants to take it in a brand new direction and bring a new youthful inspiration to it. This is more than just a mountain music now. It's worldwide, and you have, you know, Appalachian bluegrass music, but then you have California bluegrass music. There's a big scene up in Boston and New England. There's European bluegrass and Japanese bluegrass, and all of these things hold true to the traditions of where bluegrass music started, but they all add their own flavor and their own style, and it makes a wonderful melting pot of all of these, you know, wonderful things that are bluegrass music today. The most progressive acts out there and the people that are stretching it the furthest are the same people who hold true to those traditions and appreciate and respect and want to celebrate where the music came from. As far out as they want to get, they never want to completely separate themselves. It's so much more than going to a concert, sitting in your chair, watching a band play, getting up and leaving. It's a full experience. I mean, from the parking lot whenever you pull in to the moment that you leave. So many bluegrass music festivals offer on-site camping. You see the same people at all the different festivals you go to. And these people, in a way, really do become a second family to you. You know, it doesn't really matter which musical background you come from. You know, there's something in bluegrass that'll catch your ear, and you should probably watch out because it'll hook you.